Alright, someone suggested I watch this. We have watched Dadvocate before. She's a really nice, smart lady. She mansplains everything. Well, actually, womansplains, but yeah. She's cool, man. We gotta watch this. The nose ring theory, I have met a lot of women with nose rings. I've met a lot of crazy girls. So,
hey again,
yeah.
guys. I've got a fun one for you today that I think you're gonna find interesting. Nose ring theory. And I just know that when I say that, half of you are going to be confused, and the other half of you somehow know exactly what I'm talking about, even if you've never heard of it before.
Chad, have you ever liked a girl with a nose ring piercing? Yes. Yes, no, 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 yes. My second question is, if you liked a girl with a nose ring piercing, how many mental illnesses do you have? No, I'm kidding. How many of them had mental illnesses? I can absolutely testify that the girl that I knew in high school that turned 18 and that summer after we were done with school, it turns out she had some sort of mental problem. Yeah.
I will explain everything I've learned about this theory, show you some examples, and then give you my 2 cents on this whole thing. So, to take you on the journey that I went down to get here, I'll show you the video that I first saw that introduced me to this whole thing.
Okay. So I'm 24 years old, and I've been trying my hand at dating men, specifically, for probably about 5-6 years now, in a serious way. I'm single at the moment. My boyfriend and I just broke up.
She not only has the nose ring theory, she has the vampire bite teeth, the snake bites, and I forget what this one is called, where it goes through your it's your nose bridge? Yeah. Yeah.
Recently, and I have probably dated about like 4 to 5 men, seriously. Keep running into the same issues every single time I date a man, and I've been trying to like really get to the root of what it is. And now I know what you're thinking, you probably have a type. I do not have a type. These men don't know each other, they're not friends, they're not from the same area, they don't look alike. I really do not have a type. The only thing—
Oh, she has the one that goes all the way through. Those aren't fangs. She has snake bites that poke out. I just realized
that these men have in common is that they are men. I really have been reflecting a lot and trying to figure out what like the root of all these issues is. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect, but I'm not the reason that any of these relationships ended.
Okay, I was gonna say that she's at least semi-self-aware of the fact that, you know, she's having problems, but then wait, her face too, like, yeah, me too, lady, me too.
One of the main issues that I've come to recognize is that I don't think men are really socialized to know what it means to truly love someone, like love their partner.
Gender wars theory, Captain Final Boss reporting for duty. It's just the men that don't know how to love. You're right, sweetie. It's just the men that have problems.
And care for their partner. Obviously, I'm not saying this is all men, but I think it's just not normalized for them to, like, I don't know, just like, I guess I don't.
Men have been going to war, throwing themselves into the front lines, into the meat grinder to protect their country, the loved ones that live there. And somehow men don't have the understanding of love? Like, I'm not saying women don't sacrifice themselves. Like, women give birth and that, you know, to take care of children and this and that. But, like, it's like both sides. Oh, yeah, it's a two-way street, exactly. I
don't know how to phrase it. What I'm saying, for example, is that every single one of these men individually has looked me in my eyes and told me that I am the love of their life, I'm the most important person in their life, that they would take a bullet for me, and every single one of them has treated me horribly, okay?
Every single one of them? How many of those dudes have a lot of piercings and tattoos as well, I wonder?
I don't know about you, but when I tell somebody they're the love of my life and that they're the person I care about the most, I show it. I'm treating them accordingly. Part of it that really trips me up is that they believe it. They actually believe in their heart that I'm the love of their life and I'm the person they care about the most. I start calling it.
But then they treat you like crap, and then you repeatedly say that. I'm starting to think that maybe it's the people that you're picking in your life, like...
out. I would be like, you do not love me and you do not care about me. Like, point blank period. Otherwise you wouldn't be treating me badly. And they will argue and they get genuinely offended. They get offended. I honestly pity them because I don't think they're socialized to know what that means. And like, I don't know how to get it across in a meaningful way to them. Like, they just don't listen. And I'll be like, okay, you wouldn't have done this bad thing to me if you actually loved me in the way that you say you do. Like, that is not what love is. That's not what love is. When you love someone, you don't do things to intentionally or even unintentionally hurt them.
Can I just say how annoying it is to listen to her, because she's saying a lot of words, but they're not actually, like... They're not, like, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, there's a whole lot of yapping and not a lot of substance going on here.
Why is that considered love to you?
This would annoy me so much.
I don't know where it's coming from. I honestly pity them because that has to be awful, but like I can't handle it anymore, dude.
So in this video, this girl is describing her troubles with finding...
This was 2 minutes? Around about 1.5 minutes?
A good man.
Wow.
She insists that she doesn't have
like
a
an
type,
eternity.
that none of these men really have anything in common, but for some reason, in the end, they always end up treating her horribly. And this led many in the comments to speculate that it must be something about her that is the common denominator. And unfortunately, since it's such a short TikTok video and we don't really get much insight onto greater parts of her personality, and she's not very open about what her most major flaws are to figure out why she's attracting such mean men or why her relationships are always...
I think it's already a red flag in your personality if you're recording TikToks and self-reporting like this. Maybe that's just me. Like, I could not rant in front of a camera that's recording me the whole time. I know that's technically what I'm doing on stream, but I'm not consciously holding a camera in front of my face. Does that make sense? I'm just kind of looking at chat and reading it. I think it's different. Rant at us all day. That's not the same. It's not the same. Rage baited again!
Driven to turmoil, people began to theorize, because it's one of the most noticeable things about her, that it could potentially have to do with the amount of piercings she has. In fact, these two comments right next to each other say, the piercing theory is so true, with over 700 likes. And again, I
love that it's a black guy and a white guy. It's like a universal man thing.
No, don't care. Nose ring theory with over 12...
Black men shaking, white men shaking. Nose ring theory. Yep, they know. Mm-hmm.
1,200
transcends
likes.
race.
So you might be wondering, like I did, what about having a bunch of metal in your face would cause someone to treat you poorly? I mean, sure, the style isn't everyone's type, but these men were clearly attracted enough to her to date her, so then what is it that's causing the relationships to not go well? So I decided to look into what these men were referencing when they talked about the piercing theory or the nose ring theory. And this was the top video I found.
Have y'all ever heard of the septum piercing theory? If you have a septum piercing, you may not want to look it up, but I'm always the last person to hear about shit. So, this is common knowledge. It's dead ass. It's actually dead ass, because it says that every person that has a septum piercing makes their trauma their entire personality.
I knew a girl in middle school that wasn't diagnosed with BPD yet. She's the same girl that would draw yaoi in school and then coerced me into getting into it because I'd had no friends. And then later on, I found out that she had BPD. She dyed her hair very frequently and bleached it. She was only 13 or 14 years old. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we love her 69. No, dude. I had no friends, man. I was a fucking sad little loser, dude. Coerce, yeah, right, but yeah, I know. It's kind of strange to, like, think about it. And I know you're bullying me and saying, like, haha, very funny. Alana's into yaoi. I had no friends in middle school. And she gave me attention, okay? Like I can guarantee you that one of y'all got into a fucked up relationship, and I'm not saying a friendship and a relationship is the same, but when girls like this give you attention and you have nothing, I don't know, man. It's something to you and it means a lot, but yeah. I wish she's just like me. Dude, I'm just saying, like, when you're 13 or 14 years old, like, and you have no friends, you'll fucking you'll do anything for a crumb of attention. Even if for friends. She's self-reporting, too.
And she agrees? It's dead ass.
It's dead ass,
Like
shit.
I said, dead ass.
Damn, straight from the horse's mouth. Or maybe I should say straight from the bull's mouth. You know, because the...
Cowering.
You get it. And if
Very
even the
funny.
person with
XD.
the nose ring is saying it's true, I mean, there's gotta be something there. And this is just even more hilarious when we take that theory and then reference back to the first video where the girl was making her relationship trauma her entire personality. Okay, that might have been a little reductive. After all, it was just one video. Surely her entire profile isn't like that.
Yo, you guys never told me how cool it is to have a dad. Like, this is a secret that's been kept from me, okay? I grew up with 3 moms. My mommy is...
I knew kids that divorced twice, but damn, 3 times is kind of impressive.
issues are off the charts.
Okay, sure. I mean, so maybe she doesn't have a dad and has a ton of self-proclaimed mommy issues, but that doesn't mean trauma's her entire personality.
I have psoriasis. Not like a little psoriasis, like all over my entire body. When I tell you, my whole body looks like this.
Okay, so she...
I had a friend that told me a story of their mom getting a traumatic brain injury from like a car crash or something. And they said that in order to get like support in understanding their brain injury, they joined a Facebook group to like, you know, talk to people and seeing what they deal with and how they can treat it. And there are people who unironically make anything their entire personality, and those problems and those demons stick to them. And it's like, oh, you want to go outside? It's like, no, I feel so bad. It's like, well, we could go on a little walk. It's like, no, I'm just in so much pain all the time. It's like, well, I know, but like, you know, everybody has pain. You should go outside and like hang out with your friends. Like, no, I don't want to go outside. And so, don't be like, and those kinds of people don't want help. They want someone to like rant and bitch to, and it brings down the entire mood for everybody else, even people that suffer from the same type of sickness or disease. I'm not even talking like an able-bodied person getting ranted to by someone who has a sickness. It's the person who is suffering from the same disease or something. They want attention. They don't want to get better. Yeah, emotional vampires. It's so sad.
Has a bit of medical trauma too, but I mean, there's more to her.
Nothing normal can ever happen
My
to me.
family
I
like
think I
that, yeah, it's
attract
super
chaos.
sad.
Okay, so attracting chaos, it might be a little red flag, but I mean, there's gotta be something normal here.
Not to be a man-hater or anything. Actually, no, fully to be a man-hater.
3 strikes and we're out already. Fuck.
Fully to be a man-hater.
Oh, okay, I guess she also just doesn't like
you must be so boring in real life if that's what your personality is, man. Yeah, try 15. No, this was a major one. Sorry, the major third one for me. Dude, I can't imagine.
Man, I mean, you could have brought that up when you were theorizing on why your relationships with men might be going
Sounds
poorly.
Like my ex, she had a rose
starting
ring.
to connect the dots. Now, when I first started looking into nose ring theory, I didn't think that I would take it seriously at all. I thought it would just be a good laugh. But the more I looked into it, the more I think that it might actually hold some weight, because I did find quite a number of studies that have strong correlations between individuals with a lot of piercings and tattoos and how they are perceived and who they attract. This study seems to indicate that people with piercings and tattoos scored significantly higher than those without for sensation-seeking and risk-taking behavior.
Another girl in my high school, I know this is an anecdotal experience, and this is just me stopping the video for like the 15th time. I had a really good friend in school who, as soon as she turned 18, she started getting tattoos, right? And every month she would get a new one, and she'd talk about how she's addicted to getting tattoos. You said you had no friends? I said in middle school, man. This is high school. I was like 17, 18 years old. I finally found friends. I moved schools too, but that's besides the point. You guys are rage baiting me. Okay, where was I? I was just trying to say that this girl, she still to this day posts on Facebook about getting new tattoos. I have her on Facebook still, and I occasionally see posts by her. And her entire personality is getting tattoos. No space. Yeah, you'd think she'd run out of space at this point, but like, I guess they're expensive. Yeah.
This other study that I found seems to indicate that people with piercings and tattoos, specifically women, scored significantly higher for extroversion and assertiveness, meaning they are more aggressive socially.
Oh my god, she's married to a guy that's very, very submissive and lets her walk all over him. Oh my god, I remember reading. Oh my god, this makes so much sense. Oh my god. Oh man, I know this is anecdotal, but fuck. She's putting it together. I know. I was like, does this really need to be a study? Like, I could have told you this, like, with my personal experience, but yeah, she had a boyfriend in high school, and that guy was assertive, and then they eventually broke up, and I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, it's a high school thing. And then she got married to a guy that's, like, really soft-spoken and, like, kind of lets her do whatever she wants. They have kids and everything, and it's, you know, like... Fuck, man.
This study that I found in Psychology Today examines how people with tattoos and piercings are perceived, and the most popular finding was that they are perceived to be more sexually promiscuous, and that they tend to attract people who are looking for more casual relationships than serious ones. And many other studies seem to point to people with piercings and tattoos having higher correlations with impulsivity and more experience with trauma and adversity.
People who got tattoos back in the olden days, like thousands of years ago, they would quite literally, they would have no numbing and they would pierce their skin with ink. Yeah, it would really hurt. Like, it wasn't like this where it's like a needle piercing you thousands of times a minute, right? They would like physically poke them with like with a nail and then put ink at the tip and pierce them. Yeah, sailors, pirates, gang members. And that would be like a traumatic thing piercing your skin. Alana remembers. No, I just studied it. I don't know why. I thought tattoos were interesting. You know, it's funny. I have an interest in tattoos and tattoo art, but I have no tattoos. I thought that was always really weird of me to always admit, man. You are from New Zealand? Don't they do tattoos the old-fashioned way? You mean the Maoris? I don't know. I'm not Maori. I'm not Maori. I'm a white person. I'm a Pakeha. Like, I wouldn't know. I don't know.
A study from BMC Psychology seemed to find a strong correlation between body modifications and people who experienced childhood abuse and neglect. And
cheese and crackers, what?
this one really stood out to me. This one found a notable prevalence of individuals with a high number of body modifications and borderline personality disorder. Now, this is not to say that individuals with piercings and tattoos are all degenerate problem children undeserving.
No, my brother has 1, 2... He has 3 tattoos. I don't think he's a problem person. Oh, no? Yeah, I mean, what? What? He has 3 tattoos! I get tattoos in the military? Yeah. No, it's fine. What?
Of love. I myself have a belly button piercing and an entire side piece, and I find myself to be pretty well adjusted and have had a lot of success in my relationships.
But again, it's not everybody. It's just like, you see a trend and it's like a pattern of behavior. It's like maybe there's a little bit of a correlation.
It does beg the question. Could there be any legitimacy to the nose ring theory, or is it mostly just something that jerks shout at people they disagree with online when they happen to have a nose ring?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. People get mad at each other and stereotype all the time. What do you mean? We say pronouns in bio and flags in bio, and we joke, but that doesn't mean every single person doesn't have anything valid to say. Are you saying every VTuber needs a tattoo? No, I'm not saying that at all.
My ultimate conclusion? Probably both. Obviously, even with all of these studies and research papers, you're never going to be able to make a correct, sweeping blanket generalization about every one kind of person who looks a certain way. In the case—
Look, if you've lived long enough, you can absolutely start categorizing people. I'm not even talking about, like, people who are, like, unironically racist and saying, like, racist shit that— I'm not even gonna repeat them, but, like, you know what I'm saying? I can categorize Karens. I have encountered enough Karens in my life that I can look at someone and just assume, very likely, what they're going to be like in front of me when I'm interacting with them as a customer to, like a person who's dealing with a customer.
Of the first video we watched where the girl is describing her—
I can categorize someone with a facial piercing because I've encountered enough girls with facial piercings in my life that I can be like, oh, you're probably gonna behave like this.
Issues with relationships with
men.
We know that people did at least initially find her very attractive, as she even cites at the end of the video that I cut off that both men and women have described completely falling in love with her. And when I first listened to her story, I wasn't even making any judgments about her physical appearance. I was truly waiting for the other shoe to drop of when she was going to describe some consistent patterns of behavior that might lead to all of this correlation.
Look, I'm gonna say it, if you've had many failed relationships and it's always because of the same thing, maybe you should, like, self-reflect. Just, like, even a little bit, man.
In her case, I definitely think that being a vocal man-hater was probably the linchpin in the disruption in her relationships with men, but certainly not all women with piercings and tattoos feel that way.
But most women who have dads that abandoned them or left them in some sort of fashion and they have daddy issues, a lot of them hate men because they have that association, and it is what it is, man. It's a traumatic experience. You lost your dad. Self-reflection with people like this? I mean, some of them do. Some people get better. Like, I don't know.
In fact, here are some examples of super pierced and tattooed girls in very happy relationships with men.
Holy guacamole. Why does he look like just an average dude that you would play Call of Duty with? Best cat dad ever. I'm so in love with him. I've also noticed this too. Maybe this is like a girl perspective thing, but girls that constantly advertise about how wonderful their relationships are on Facebook they're the ones that have horrible relationships. I don't know if this is true for, like, guys looking at people's social medias, but I have 100%. This is not, like, a one-off thing, but multiple times. Like, I love my husband. I love him so much. We've been together for 5 years. And next day, they post again, like, oh my god, I love my husband. It's like, do you really need to post every day? You still use Facebook? Yes, unfortunately, my parents are boomers and they fucking love Facebook! I have to talk to them on Facebook because they won't fucking use anything else, and I hate it. I love him. Yeah.
What is this? What is this, please?
Also, it's so funny how they always go for the nerdy gamer guys. But this is what makes the nose ring theory so complex, because if the first video were to be enough to prove that it's—
Cinder posted every day about how much she cared about her friends, so it's an easy red flag. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know, it could be.
Accurate, then all of these other videos should be enough to disprove it, right? At the end of the day, the nose ring theory is just that. A theory, an idea worth discussing. Is it true that people with a lot of tattoos and piercings tend to be a bit more rebellious, chaotic, and traumatized? Yeah, probably, but does it make them inherently undateable?
I think this... I might get a lot of flack for this, but men who have hand tattoos, likely traumatized. And this is coming from someone who had a grandpa that had a lot of knuckle piercings, knuckle tattoos from the army. Like, he had the knuckle, you know, the words on the knuckles. I don't even remember what they were. This was a long time ago. He's passed away, but Charlie has a hand tattoo, though. I don't know, maybe he has trauma, but he doesn't talk about it because he's a boy, and social standards tell boys not to talk about their traumas, unlike girls. I don't know, maybe. Just saying.
No. Some of them are. Some of them are absolutely undateable, but not all of them. As with most things, it's a case-by-case scenario, and it's always more important to pay attention to how a person behaves or what they believe in than it is to try and find secret clues in how they look or dress. Anyway, that has been my analysis on nose ring theory. If you liked my coverage, please drop a like on the video, consider subscribing. We are so close to the big 500,000, the big 500,000 subscribers, and drop any comments that you have on the subject down below, because that also helps
her,
boost me
man.
in the
She's
algorithm
awesome
and grow my channel. And if you want even more from me than you can find here, consider joining my Patreon at patreon.com/thedadvocate.
Equal shared parenting, healthier relationships. Wow, this lady's nice.
For early access
healthy,
to my videos,
stable
exclusive content, and exclusive merch that you can't get anywhere else. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the very end. I will catch you in the next one. Until soon.
Go check her out, chat. We've seen her videos before. She's awesome. Rare Woman W. That is not true. We have watched many girls make videos. Feminists hate this one trick. Yeah, being a nice, kind person. It's crazy. I know how to wake up a girl with a nose ring with a 9-volt battery. Yeah, did you get punched in the face too? She's already at 500k? Holy dude. Yeah, go check her out right now. Chat, like I said, there are exceptions to the rule. Not every single person who has a nose piercing or has hand tattoos as a man has issues. But a lot of them do. A lot of them. Yep. Not every VTuber has mental illness, but a lot of them do, okay? People can be nuanced and different! All guys are saying I can fix her? The same thing happens to girls that see dudes with freaking neck tattoos and face tattoos. They think they can fix them too. Both genders are equally as guilty for thinking they can fix someone when in reality they need to fix themselves.